So I have a battle here versus a guy on the PSS. Pretty good battle overall. I lead with Latios, and immediately I switch it out because I don't want to take a hyper voice. So I go into Blissey, absorb that up pretty well. That did nothing. And I knew that he was going to switch into something offensive, so well, physically offensive anyways, and I just went for the wish, just so that, you know, whatever I switch into, if it's a counter or whatever, I can at least take one blow and then return if it whatever. And I bring in Zapdos, and he goes for the knockoff, but he gets punished for it because I have the Rocky helmet. And of course it would have been nice if he had gone for like a Drain Punch or something, but I retaliate with a Thunderbolt. He hits me with the Rock Tomb, which I thought was kind of weird, but I guess I can see the strategy in it. But anyways, he knows that he's not going to be able to take too many more Thunderbolts, so he switches into Hydreigon, which was a good choice. But I just went for the Thunderbolt again, just to pressure whatever it is he was going to switch in. And I get the Lucky Parahax, which pretty much cripples this thing. Now he goes for Dark Pulse, gets a crit, and I still eat it. So I wasn't sure if it was Spec or not. I think it was Scarf, but as you saw, I went for the Protect the Scout, you know, just to see what it was. It turns out I'm going to say that it's Scarf, because if it was Specs, it would have done a little more damage than that, especially since, you know, it was a crit. But anyways, he brings in his Ferrothorn, gets in the Stealth Rock. Now I could have stayed in, but I didn't want to run the risk of being leech seeded, so I just brought this Fortress in here. I figured I could at least spin the seeds off, but I take this opportunity to go for the Stealth Rock. Now he brings in his Talonflame. I wasn't really afraid of the Flare Blitz because I have Sturdy, but he goes for the Unexpected Taunt, which didn't matter either way. I was able to get, you know, successfully get my entry hazards, you know, well, his entry hazards off the field. So I just used this time to go into Blastoise. Pretty much, I mean, gobbled that Flare Blitz up, and he brings back in his this Fairy here, and I just go straight for the Mega Evolution on the switch. Go for the Water Pulse because I figured if he left his Talonflame in, then it was going to get bodied, and then whatever he switches in is going to take decent damage, as well as, you know, be subject to, you know, a 20% chance confusion. So once again, I switched this Blissey back into his Sylveon and pretty much eat the Hyper Voice. He goes back to his Conch Elder, and it's like deja vu. I mean, same thing. I go for Wish, and now here's the funny thing. I tested him here, and I purposely, you know, switched back into Zapdos just to see, you know, what was going to happen or whatever. He goes for the knockoff. I said, okay, well, that's not too bad. Maybe he predicted me to go for something else. But anyways, I knocked that thing out with the Thunderbolt, and he brings in this Sylveon. Now here, he got Slick right here. Now I was going to just go ahead and go for the T-Bolt because I figured he was going to double switch here, but the only reason I didn't T-Bolt was because I wanted to test him once again, just to see what he, you know, just to see if he actually was going to go out to this Gyarados. So you know, he got a little slick with me, and he brought this thing in, but he didn't realize that he was like a click away from getting punished. But anyways, it doesn't matter. I know that he's going to take this time to either Dragon Dance or Mega Evolve and Dragon Dance, and as you see, you know, he's done both. Well, you're going to see that he's about to Dragon Dance here. Now I run one of these, so I know that it's pretty dangerous. I mean, even without one, but with one, it's really a problem. So I know that Blastoise can take one, so I go for the unusual Brick Break. And I mean, I don't know, I just thought it was you know, it would be a good move to put on a Mega Blastoise. Most people don't really utilize his awesome physical attack in this Mega form. But anyways, it does pretty good damage. Doesn't kill though, but I'm not really afraid of it because I bring my own Conch Elder and knock it out with the Mach Punch. Now he brings in this Talonflame, and I didn't really think that he was going to go for the Brave Bird anyways. I figured he was just trying to pressure me out, and as you saw, you know, he went for the Flare Blitz. But I said, you know, if he goes for the Flare Blitz, then I know that at least my Fortress will live with the Sturdy, and the recoil will be enough to take him out. Now here, I just went for the Rapid Spin because I wasn't sure who was faster or not. I was thinking maybe I'd be the slower one, and then he'd put his rocks up, I'd spin him off, and then the recoil would kill me, and then like he, you know, would be forced to switch out or whatever, because if you once you see my Zapdos coming, he's going to predict the heat wave or whatever. But I mean, that's just because of the way I put it in there like that. I pretty much told on myself, but it really doesn't matter at this point. Like, something's getting hit, and that's all that matters. So he brings in this crippled thing. Obviously heat wave's not going to do anything, half damage, and it's kind of bulky. So I'm forced to switch out. Now this time I go into Latios, because I knew that he was probably going to predict the switch to Blissey and do a switch of his own. And he switches into exactly what I wanted him to switch into. So I take this opportunity to go for the trick. So it's like crippled now, and that's a good thing. So I take his leftovers. He get the choice specs. He's pretty much useless now. He goes for the leech seed. I really don't care, because all I have to do is switch out. Now, of course, since he's locked into it, that's all he's going to be doing. But you'll in that position, you'll find that it's not in your best interest to want to do that. So I pretty much pressure him out with the Zapdos, because he knows the heat wave is coming. What did I do? I think, did I go for the heat wave again? Did I roost? Okay, I went for the Thunderbolt, predicting the switch. Wow, okay, forgot about that. And he hits me with the Hyper Voice. I know that it can kill from that range, but it doesn't matter. So, like I said, something got hit. I bring in Top Gun, and this thing is actually at a range now where I can kill. But he surprised me with the Pixelate quick attack. That was pretty nice. But anyways, it still gets bodied by a Surf. And yeah, we're over here healing up, looking, well, not healthy just yet, but looking healthier than before. He brings this thing in. I guess he's hoping that I'm gonna like trick and give him his leftovers back or something, but I mean, it's not happening. So I bring in my own Conch Elder, Rose, and the match is pretty much over at this point. Like, I know that this thing can probably take one Drain Punch, so I just go straight for the bulk up, and it's a wrap for him. Basically, it's over. So I hit this thing with the Mach Punch. I mean, I was pretty sure I was going to outspeed regardless, but I didn't want to take any chances. He brings in his Ferrothorn and he runs, because I mean, that's the match. So good game, and if you enjoyed this, please leave a comment. Appreciate it.